Hi, Francis. First of all, good job.
Hello,
Second of
thank you.
For the Bakery Up Hot Dog fundraiser, what do you think needs to be improved, and what do you plan on improving?
To improve, I think they work pretty smoothly for now. I think what could be improved though is like how board members are scheduled to be there. I know sometimes it's like it can't be helped between classes, but it would be like I've kind of seen where there's only maybe like 2 board members present and the rest are kind of just like general members or the other interns who can't really like directly answer questions as to like when they should change prices and all that. So I think it would be nice to try and like what's the word? Try and organize like what members can be available. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Francis. I love your
Hello. Oh.
My question is, critique the current treasurer.
Oh.
Right
away. There's not a lot to critique. Like, you've done a really good job. Yeah, you've done a really good job. If I had to choose, I think just like a specific case was maybe the Chipotle fundraiser during intern week. Then I think the interns did like a good job working around it, but yeah, I think it maybe like more direct communication between interns and like the treasurer to like really like form an idea on how to around a fundraising in the middle of a general meeting. It's probably like a really specific event, but yeah. But other than that, like I don't got anything.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Francis. It's Kevin.
Hello.
Great speech. Really liked it.
Thank you.
So with any position regarding executive board in Fusion, one of the biggest things is time management. How do you plan on managing your time wisely in your position, and what kind of things are you expecting to be part of next year?
So even now, I'm still trying to get the hang of managing my time more efficiently. I feel like I've gotten way better than like before. I do like, I was a part of ZotCon at the start of winter quarter was when I joined, and like ideally I would like to continue that, but it would definitely like I'd have to really like see all my like what I'm gonna dedicate myself to and like how to balance everything while still trying to maintain like still trying to dedicate as much as I can to each thing, if that makes sense. I kind of lost track of what I said.
It's all good. Thank you for your response.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Hey, Francis. So my question for you is, what is the key to a successful budget?
A successful budget. Like, definitely trying to stay in the positive, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. I guess like planning, yeah, a lot of planning ahead of time, like well ahead of time to see like what things are gonna be like more I could prepare for that. So maybe like if there's gotta be like more fundraisers ahead of time to prepare for something that's gonna like really cost the club a bit, but still trying to like trying to like not cut it like too close to like going too low. Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Francis.
Hello.
This might be kind of a tough question, but because coronavirus is having a stay at home, we're not really going to go to UCI, or there is no real plan for that. So what are some
Right.
other fundraising ideas do you propose to replace the bacon wrap hot dogs?
To replace the bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Yeah, since, you know.
I was kind of prepared, like, if fall does end up online and stuff like that. I would definitely have to think about it because I think it was Pass, right? Yeah, Pass who's doing the lumpia deliveries at least, but that's like only to a specific like location if you're still in Irvine. Part of me was thinking that like if because of the virus we won't really have that many like events that require spending money, I guess, since we're all like not there. But yeah, it would definitely be something to think about if worse came to worse and we wouldn't have those fundraisers.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Hi, Francis.
Hello.
So this year you just came into UCI as a transfer student, but
Mhm.
you were also an intern, and if I remember correctly, you were also a board member for ZocCon.
Yes.
So regarding that, you don't really have as much experience in fusion as much as others, but you did have a lot of like experience in helping out. So like regarding your intern position and your board position, how do you think those experiences would help you in your new treasurer position?
Right. So yes. So okay. So before I transferred, I did 3 years at community, and I was basically like not involved in anything. Like I went to school and then I went home. So like a personal goal of mine after transferring was to really like step out of my comfort zone and like open up to like every every possible thing I could like do and help with. So I think my experience as like an intern and like just like joining a club in general, I feel like I have like this extra like motivation to try and do what I can and do a good job at it.
Okay, I actually really like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hello. It's Richard. I have a question
Hello.
that's sort of specific. So
Mhm.
since you're in charge of allocating funds to multiple programs that run, what if there was a case where one board member's project, let's say the engineering project, the engineering director asks for more funding and they
Mhm.
outright suggest that we should cut back on IVP spending on other programs? How would you approach like a scenario like that?
Okay. So right. As a person, I think communication is definitely key, especially in situations like that. So I'd hear out that engineering director and then I'd try and meet with either like the IVP afterwards or like just the three of us to try and discuss what we can do. Cause yeah, just like try and come to like a mutual understanding of like if we can grant that extra to the engineering director or even like try and find like other options rather than just taking from the other party.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
I have another question, if that's okay.
Hello. Yes.
Cool. Question. So this is sort of like a very specific thing, but like, how would you prioritize club investments? Like, do you think it's more important that we focus on like general meeting materials, or like maybe winter retreat or like something like that? Like, how would you like kind of like list of your priorities in terms of investments for the club?
Okay, let's see. For general meetings, I guess it would definitely depend on the kind of meeting. Like if, let's see. I guess I try and plan ahead. I try to see where all the money's going, and then see which ones should be prioritized over others. So I think like those big expenditures like winter retreat and stuff, those would like, I'd keep them in the back of my mind as like, oh, those like that would be something like, that's something like big for the club, and it's like a whole event thing. So like, yeah, I try to keep that in mind. And then general meetings, I guess it does depend on like the activity during the meeting. So it's like not some meetings like they might not use up all the budget they need.
Okay. It's just a general question. It's a hard to think question, but thank you.
Yeah, I think just like in general, just try and lay everything out, keep those important events in mind, and then see how I can like, if there's a word.
Balance it.
Yeah, see how I can balance the rest of the budget for like the smaller events. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm still trying to word this out. Also, hello again.
Hello.
But as a transfer student, transitioning can be pretty hard. And so how have the past few quarters affected you, and like what have you learned from it to want to be treasurer?
Okay, yeah, so first quarter after transferring was definitely like pretty tough, transitioning from semester to quarter. But I feel like slowly but surely I've been like incorporating new methods to like manage my time. Like I started using Google Calendar. I started like writing a to-do list of like everything coming up in like the week, and like crossing it out and stuff. Like crossing stuff out is like, it makes me feel super good because I'm getting stuff done. And I've kind of learned that the more work I have, I feel more like motivated to get stuff done in like a timely manner, especially when it's like stuff for the club. It's like I don't really want to disappoint anyone by not getting my work done. So I feel like I could apply all that to being treasurer, or like just a board member, or even just like as an intern in the meantime. Like I've been trying to like do all that. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much.